are on our way to Myrtle Beach. We are still doing self-isolation and social distancing. We're going to go down there and take care of our yard and check on things. We're going to take you along with us. I am Carmen, this is Brian, and if you're new here and you enjoy Myrtle Beach videos and other content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss anything. We've been surprised at the sheer amount of traffic that has been on the road. There's of course a ton of 18-wheelers because of course deliveries are happening, but there are a lot of cars, which is really surprising to us. If this is the first video you've seen of our self-isolation vlogs, we've also been doing those in our other house, and I will link to those vlogs down in the description below. Since this one's going to be at Myrtle Beach, it's going to go in our Myrtle Beach vlog playlist, which I will also link in the description below. We have made it to the beach. We're at our beach house, and Brian is currently mowing our backyard, and he's got to trim a tree that's back there as well that gets totally out of control if we leave it too long. If you don't know, yesterday the governor of South Carolina opened the beaches, but he allowed for the cities to make their own choice. Myrtle Beach chose not to open their public beach access. North Myrtle Beach did open theirs, as well as some other nearby cities, and I've already heard reports of crowds of teens gathering, like crowds of 20 at one place. So that's unfortunate because that's probably going to cause them to close it again if they keep doing that. But we don't plan to actually go out onto the beach. Like we could easily drive to North Myrtle Beach and do that, but it's not swimming weather yet. The water's still too cold. So there's really no pressing reason, because you can walk on the boardwalk, which is huge and wide. Don't have to worry about getting too close to anyone and see the ocean just fine without having to get on the beach. So I don't think we'll go to North Myrtle Beach, but we will definitely probably hit the boardwalk here. Also, the governor of South Carolina opened some non-essential businesses back up. Not everything, but he allowed for some of those to open up yesterday. So things are starting to open up here. Leave a comment below. Do you think it's too soon, or do you think it's good that he did that? Just curious what your opinion is. This is our tiny, tiny yard I was talking about. So you can see the fence on both sides. There's a little patio with our table. And there's Brian trimming this tree that gets totally out of hand. It will actually grow either over this fence or up to the roof if he doesn't constantly prune it. It's an interesting choice. It's a crepe myrtle for them to have planted it. The builder planted that here. And yes, that is a Christmas tree in our garage. We just move it out fully decorated and then put a cover on it and bring it in when it's Christmas. Hello, it is Thursday, and it's actually late Thursday. We worked, from home, but also I ran out at lunch to Costco here at Myrtle Beach, and it was crazy. I wish I had not gone. I went here instead of at home because I usually here it's less crowded. It's the most people I've ever seen in the Costco here at Myrtle Beach, even during like the height of tourist season, and all the hotels are closed right now. So it was bizarre, and I can't believe Costco is not limiting the number of people in the store. There was literally no way to stay 6 feet from everyone. I did my best, but there was no way to do it. I had a mask on, but at least half the customers did not have masks on, and the poor employees were wearing like makeshift masks that they made like from home. I can't believe Costco's not providing them with masks. It was a strange experience. I mean, if they have an outbreak here at Myrtle Beach, I think that would be where it would start, because that was a ton of people. Also, some of the main reasons I went there, they didn't have the stuff I needed. They were totally out of toilet paper, Kleenex, and paper towels. However, we ended up going to Food Line since that was a bust, and we hit the jackpot. Da da da! Got some bath tissue. Yay! And the Food Line was completely chill. That was the much better choice. We should have just gone there. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Can't keep track of the days. And today it's a little dreary. We had some crazy storms roll through last night. Tons and tons of rain. But it's supposed to clear up and be a nice day. High of 81. Warm today. We did our walk early this morning before the sun came up, and it was actually sticky. It was pleasant temperature, but you could definitely feel the humidity. Another work day begins. This is still so surreal to me to be working from home every day, but so grateful I can do it. No complaints. I actually like working this way. I feel super productive. And yes, I do have a little desk here at Myrtle Beach, so I'm set up just as well as at home. It's a little bit smaller, but it's plenty sufficient to get my work done. But what's funny is I am in what probably would have been the coat closet This townhouse does not have a coat closet, but I'm right next to the front door, so I have to move my chair when we open the door, and we have our hooks there. But this works perfect. We actually decided to use this desk a long time ago here because Brian and I both spend a good amount of time on the computer, even when we're not working. I do video editing, we do video games, all kinds of stuff on the computer, and then he just uses the dining room table, which is behind me. Here's Brian's setup at the dining room table. So it's not bad. It's definitely workable for both of us, and he has a nice window to look out, so yeah, nice. We usually only put the birdhouse out when we're here for a full week because it usually takes the birds a little while to find it, because as you can see, we're surrounded by buildings on all sides. I'm inside of our house right now, and so it takes them a little while to find it. But since we keep seeing those 2 cardinals flying in and out of this tree, we decided to put a little bit of food out for them and see if they come and eat any of it. Since Brian went out there, it'll probably be a little bit before they come back, but I'm excited to see if we see them. I don't want to get too close, so I'm standing back and zooming. The red cardinal is on the bird feeder and now just went up into the tree. Same spot. They keep going right up to the top center of the tree into the same spot. They have to be making a nest. We can't see the nest, but they've got to be. We've come out to our back patio, or garden as our friends Mark and Jim say, to sit and relax Friday after work and enjoy this beautiful sun that finally came out. It's supposed to be in the 80s, but it doesn't feel too bad in the shade. I'm not sure if it actually made it up there. I mean, it's warm, but it's not too bad. Uh-oh, poor Brian is in the sun. Your head's in the sun. Yeah, we picked a bad time of the day, I guess, from that perspective, because the sun's coming at an angle that we can't really get out of it.
We could sit in the proper garden.
We could go sit under the tree. That would give us some shade. There's the female, and she's got a twig. We can't tell if they're building a nest in our tree. We've seen them go into our tree, or if they're building a nest in our neighbor's tree. But they are definitely building a nest. There's the male on the roof. It is Saturday morning, and we had a beautiful sunny morning that we walked outside this morning. So excited to go down to the boardwalk and film a little, and it's cloudy now. I mean, it's partly cloudy, but it's not as beautiful and clear as it was first thing this morning. But we are still headed down there to check things out. Of course, we will practice social distancing and stay safe, but we wanted to come down today and take a look at things and get to see the ocean. I gotta see the ocean. So that said stay healthy, but it also said wash your hands. So here's what North Kings Highway looks like, which normally would be tons of traffic on a Saturday in April. At the end of April, it would be packed, like jam-packed with traffic. There's the wash your hands sign again. So bizarre to see it like this. I mean, if you go out to 17 Business, there's a good amount of cars out there because it's people going to work and stuff, but when you come into this more tourist area where you have the gift shops and the restaurants and you know, putt-putt golf, it really slows down as far as traffic. All right, we have made it to the boardwalk area. We're gonna check it out. I would say already, to me personally, it looks like there's more cars than, I mean, it's only a couple cars, but more than we saw the last time we were here in early April. It already seems like ever so slightly busier. Right here is Ocean Boulevard. Very few people. And we're gonna walk down here to the boardwalk. Here's the beach access closed sign, but it is supposed to open up May 1st is what we're hearing. We will see. And then you can see the cones over there. There are absolutely more people down here this time. There's that gentleman there, and then there's an actual family over here, whereas last time I only saw one person. So there's definitely a few more people out, but as you can see, it is mostly deserted. Actually, he seems like he's with them, so it's one big family. Looking down this side of the boardwalk, so of course the volleyball courts are closed, and there's hardly anyone in this direction. We do see a few people in the other direction, and we are trying to be careful and practice social distancing, so we're gonna walk down this way a little bit. It feels good to have a change of scenery and to get out while still staying safe. Beautiful. All right, we are gonna stroll this way. Like I said, I see a few people, but we'll be able to easily stay more than 6 feet. We are driving down Ocean Boulevard right now. This is where all the hotels are, so the ocean is literally right over here. And it is, of course, deserted except this one car, but I mean, there's no people around. This is prime spring break time, beautiful weekend, so this would normally be packed with people crossing the street, people everywhere. We are going to have a full POV video that should already be out, so I will link to that both above and also in the description below. Also, we're going to have a video on the boardwalk in more detail, so if you want to see that, be sure to click on that. I'll have that in the description below as well. And there's Family Kingdom, and that, of course, is closed. It says everything will be okay, stay safe on their sign. It's weird to see things like this deserted when they would normally be completely packed. So you can see my GoPro here because we're actually filming the POV of Ocean Boulevard, but we turn around and come back towards, so there's Plyer Park again, Skywheel, and a deserted Ocean Boulevard. Also, all the hotels have their no vacancy signs up since they're not open. So strange. Here's the breakers where they tore one of their towers down. The last video we did here, we actually showed the demolition in progress. Now it looks like they are pretty much done. Wow, it is gone. That whole tower is gone. Also, at these public beach access, you can see they have all the public parking gated off. These other cars you see here, those are private residents, but the actual public parking is completely gated off. We've pulled into Broadway at the beach just to drive around here and check things out, and you can see some of the Ripley's employees are there because they have to keep caring for the animals, of course, but otherwise the parking lots are completely wide open. So bizarre. It's definitely a once in a lifetime to see this like this. It's just so strange. Also, we mentioned in our last video, Ripley's Aquarium has a penguin cam on their new penguin habitat. You can go to their website and click on it, and it's so much fun. You can watch the penguins live. All right, Brian says this feels like the zombie apocalypse because there's no music, no people, because they usually have really loud music, background music. In fact, I have a challenge with copyright on YouTube trying to mask it out. This is strange. All right, so here's a sign, but it does sound like they can offer pickup if they want. So if you know of any doing pickup here, let us know in the comments. Brian noticed that Joe's Crab Shack has a lit open sign, which is pretty humorous. They are not open, but, well, I wonder if they're open for pickup. But I mean, still, having an open sign is really strange. It's time for a little tabletop gaming. We are going to play Heroes of Tenefyr again. If you saw us play this the other week, we won that one, so let's see if we can do it again. The classes you play are random. Today I got the Bard and the Thief, and Brian is the Cleric and the Barbarian. Everything you see here is a dungeon, so these stacks of cards are a dungeon. We've cleared this dungeon, so we got the reward. We've also cleared this dungeon, so we're about to move on to the next dungeon. We'll show you one play of the turn what it's like. We're going to go for this dungeon right here, so we're going to start off. Brian is going to play 3 cards.
Oof.
So that is a bad draw.
So it's total 1 power. We need
5.
So I'm going to discard those.
You can discard. You can do this as many times as you want, but once you run out of cards, the round is over.
Alright, that's a good one. Let me search your deck for 1 card and put it in your discard pile. Okay.
Alright, so he has a total of 2. Are you going to get any more?
I'm going to draw an extra card too.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I'm going to draw my extra card. It's 0. I don't think I want to draw any more cards.
What's the Barbarian? Oh yeah, it lets you draw extra cards, but yeah, you'll run out of cards.
Because you just need 3, you can do 3 power, right?
We'll see. Alright, here's my 3. 1, 0, 1. You may look at the next dungeon card, but that's not enough, so I'm going to have to discard and redraw.
Oof.
So here's my second draw. Oh, that's not good. That's even worse. And that's even worse.
Well, you would use the Bard skill to double mine, right?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wait a minute. That's just 4, though.
That is just 4. Uh-oh. All right, round 3. Finally, after I burned through most of my deck. right, so since I killed it, I actually get this
one.
Oh, thanks. I actually get the card, if I take the right card. And so I get that skill that's at the top of the card, and this does not want to focus. And there we go. So I get this, it gives me both a 1 damage and that ability.
So this track right here tracks when the boss comes out. So every time, this controls how many times you can go into these dungeons to get these cards to build up your deck.
We are to the boss now, and that's not a good thing. We do not have strong decks, but that little thing that Brian showed earlier, we are to the end now, so we have no choice. That forces you to the boss, and we have to get through this whole stack of cards.
4 cards.
And we just don't think we can do it. And you have to use 1 deck to get through it, so we'll see. We are absolutely giving this game 2 thumbs up, even though we lost, because once again, it came down to the last card. Last time we won on by the skin of our teeth. This time we lost by the skin of our teeth. So to me, that is such a well-balanced game. So impressed, because there's so many moving parts to this game. We literally lost by 2. If I'd had 2 more, of these damage points, we would have won.
Yep.
Did you have fun?
Had a great time.
We have come back out to our backyard or garden at Myrtle Beach to relax and enjoy this evening. It is overcast, but it's super bright out here, like really bright. I think it's been a little less weird this trip than the previous trip this April as far as the pandemic and Myrtle Beach. I mean, it's still not normal by any means, but it seemed like a little bit, you saw a little more people out, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
But people do not seem as concerned about the pandemic here at all. I mean, in stores, out and about, they just don't seem as concerned. In the stores, you don't see as many people with masks as we do at home, so it's definitely different here for sure. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you don't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.